friends. So yesterday we did a lesson all about point of view because we know we need to figure out who is telling the story. We need to identify who is telling the story. And we talked about first person. That's when a character that's in the story is telling the story, and you hear words like me, my, I, us, we, those words. And then you have third person, where a narrator is telling the story. Someone outside of the story is looking in and telling the story. And there you'll hear words like he, she, they, and them. So today we're going to read a book called Christmas Makes Me Think, and I'm going to try to angle the book so the light's not glaring on it. So Christmas Makes Me Think. And so about halfway through, we'll decide, is this first person? Is this a character in the story telling the story? Or is this third person? Is this a narrator? Christmas is coming. Christmas is here. It's my favorite time when us kids get to have more fun, like watching cartoons at night and no school till next year. Christmas makes me think about helping my grandmother bake a chocolate cake and getting to lick the spoon. Christmas makes me think about our big, bright, colorful tree with lots and lots of lights and presents piled to the moon. But what about all those trees that never make it to the next Christmas? How could we pray and sing and wish for nice good things when trees are chopped down for us to hang bulbs and lights on them? Christmas makes me think of how much better it would be to just visit a tree and give it presents, or visit a turkey or a pig and instead of eating one, feed it. Christmas makes me think about toys I have but don't even play with, or clothes and shoes that I don't use. Okay, so who is telling this story? Is it a character or a narrator? So I hear words like I and us and me and my. So this is a first person, this is a character. And this is the character who's telling the story because he's on almost every page. And I can tell that he's the main character. He's also the one telling the story. So this is first person, and this little boy, this character is telling the story. What about all the people who don't have a place to live, or food to eat, or presents in a stocking under a tree? Christmas makes me think that I should share my presents with kids who don't have any, and get my friends to share too. We could be like new Santas, giving homeless people hats and gloves and scarves, sharing hot soup and songs. Because that's what Christmas should be about, not just fancy toys and the biggest tree. Christmas is coming. Christmas is here. It's my favorite time. I wish it could last and last a week, a month, or even a year. Christmas makes me think about others and not just me. So that was a great example of a book that is told by first person. The character in the story was telling the story, and it's this little boy. He was the one telling the story. So that's first person. Who is telling the story? This little boy is the character. So I want you to read another book today and see if you can figure out, is the person telling the story, is it a first person point of view? A character in the book is telling the story? Or is it a third person point of view? A narrator, someone outside of the story is telling the story. See if you can figure out what your book today is. What point of view is that book?